Let's do it.
All right, people, what's happening? We got Mikey here, the Englishman. It's good seeing you as always, my man.
Yeah, you too, mate.
All right, so we actually had a couple questions in. I actually hand them over to you, and I guess I'll have you interpret. And obviously, if you got any questions for me, you could always just shout out at me, anime, gaming, work related, ladies, whatever. So fire away, man.
All right.
You're back. You're back.
Question one: what motivates you?
That's actually a lot, man.
Motherfucker does it again.
Wow. Well, I wait for Mikey to get back. He's having some phone issues. I actually got a lot that motivates me. There's a lot of things, man. You actually helped me out quite a lot. You just everybody else that's just been in the circle, and it's just been kind of like a daily thing. It's like there's more people liking the stuff, and I mean, I'm 27 years old now, and I'm just trying to just do whatever I can. It's like I have no idea if I'll ever have, I guess they could say, my moment or his moment, whatever. But I don't care if it's just like a 9 to 5 or I'm just getting out when I can. But at the same time, it's like I look around and everyone tells you it's like, listen, you're not married, you don't have kids, so try and do what you want and go out with a bang. And all this has helped me with injuries, soreness. Trying to get my mind together. So I mean, it's just been a daily thing, and there's a lot of times where I overdo it, but it's worth it to me.
Oh, good. Question two: your waifu list, your personal waifu list.
Damn, that's tough, man.
I mean, a very common question on these Q&As, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is, and it always seems to be like changing. You know what I mean? But tell you, and not only that, but people want me to say like one to like some people are like who's number one or like who's number like 1 through 5. And tell you what, I won't name them in order, but I'll just say who's on the top 5.
Yes.
Danashi,
Yes,
Formidable,
of course.
uh, hmm, damn, it's getting tough. Hmm. Mizure.
Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Her and Kermu are tied, honestly.
Tied for third.
No, this I'm not ordering them
Oh, yeah.
at all. This is just who's up there and who's actually like on it. As in, like who gets like the VIP in the club or whatever, they get the VIP, that kind of thing.
Spare key to
Uh, let's see. I didn't write any of these down, so I'm just kind of going off end just to make it more organic. So I'm trying to think of a series on the tip of my tongue. Uh, oh, Yukino from Fairy Tale. She's got to be on there. The DXD girls definitely goes by mood. You could probably just throw Serafall on there for the hell of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's solid for now. Otherwise, I might be here all day.
Yeah, of course. And that's always changing.
It always seems to. It's just like new series. It's just like up, changing it up, going to the list, got in the docs.
Next question is: what's your favorite story, fanfic, and original?
Original. There's a couple of original stories I've had. Some have actually made it on the Wattpad. Some haven't made it on there yet. Some have just been idea-wise.
Yes.
I had on an old PC that broke. I had a full-out mob skit. This was well before Wattpad. This was 1920s mob all the way through, and it's like if you watch The Sopranos, The Godfather, if you played Mafia 2, you love it.
Mm-hmm.
I have it somewhere all printed out, and I probably need to give it light again, but I got so many projects going on. As far as new pieces goes, I'm not sure if I've showed everybody, but I got a brand new story coming up. It's called She's in the Tub.
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
yep,
yes.
And sure
Second.
enough,
Mermaid.
it's a mermaid. It's a mermaid by a guy who just graduated high school in Florida. And what else better to top off a Florida man of it being just a recent high school graduate with a freaking mermaid that he sees in the open water. As far as fanfic goes, it's getting tougher and tougher and tougher as time goes on. But through and through, you're gonna appreciate this one, Angel on Edge. Irina.
Yes, absolutely.
What else we got?
Right. Number 4. This is, I assume, in reference to As a Lane, but your favorite ship. Oh wait, no. Your favorite ship is in characters.
Well, I did say my Azure Lane one, but there's definitely a lot of them. There's a lot of quality. Like, let's just be real.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from Russian to British to American and everything else in between.
Yes.
As far as favorite ship goes, I'm still waiting for it to happen. The real part of the relationship. I gotta go Nalu, man.
Oh, which is, what's that for?
Natsu and Lucy.
Oh, yes.
It's just that all in all, they meld each other out and they're just compatible and they just don't know it. Now, it's probably teased so much. There's probably something in the works, but writing on the friggin' wall. Come on.
I mean, yeah, but really just pissing everyone off, man. Number 5. What is your favorite game at the moment?
Let's see. I'm an RPG guy, and there's a lot of series I haven't been going through, but I've been trying to do my best, and I've touched into some old classics, some remakes. But right now, I've still been on the Trails of Cold Steel series. I'm starting 2. I'm in Act 2 at the moment. The first one I think was formatted very well. I think done very well. I just like the system. There's a lot of weight combat systems that are basically all disappearing. It's all going to live action. But if you love a good weight system, Trails is the way to go. Just the whole series and the whole brand that they have, it's really good and it's really solid. If you go by storyline, if you go by the girls, if you go by just all the aspects of villains, everything, to me, it is top notch. It might sound biased, but there's a lot of times where you're just kind of like, okay, what hits the mark? Not all of them are perfect, but I'd give Trails of Cold Steel 1 a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Trails of Cold Steel 2, because of formatting so far and I haven't finished it, I can't give it a rating just yet, but that's what I've been going to as far as new games.
Righto. Well, it sounds good. Good you're enjoying it. We've already kind of touched upon this a little bit, but your future writing projects.
You know what, man? I'm kind of just wondering what's been going on. I'm not sure if I want to do another book again, just simply because I don't want to get screwed out of another couple of bucks. But I think if I revamp A for All of It, if I after Wholesome Succubus is done, I think I'm gonna keep that as it is. There's been a lot of people, a lot of people that just put in good format of that part. But I shall see what happens from there, and then she's in the tub. Well, I think once I get these done, I'm gonna try and see if I get myself a writing agent, and I might see if I could do like just like a patron, and to make it fair for everybody. Yeah. I think I might just do like like $2-3 a month. Like just like pocket change, it's just like, hey, you want to buy a Monster at the gas station or whatever? It's like, hey, $2 a month, and you just look at all the content. Like right now, I have Restless all up for free on Wattpad, and all I ask is that if anybody enjoys the story, just give me a review on Amazon. That's it, and I think that's easy peasy. I mean that's just not hard, and I think that's very fair. And when I take it down sometime, probably during, I'll probably give it another month or so, but you know, I think it's fair for all. And if somebody were to, let's say, go on my Patreon or so, pay like a $2, $3 membership, it's like, hey, you can cancel anytime. You go there, you just, you got my book available, and I was going to have multiple things available before I do that. So instead of buying like one straight up book for X amount of dollars, it's like the Patreon just, it's like, hey, once you're done reading, you could cancel a subscription if you want to. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that.
And it's more money in the pocket for you as well.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I haven't received a check from the book company, and probably since the beginning of the year. And when I did, it was like $11.
Sure.
I got the check somewhere, and I said I was gonna frame it one day, just to keep as a reminder not to make the same mistake again.
Well, this is interesting. What's been your biggest surprise while writing?
You're probably gonna find this one odd, but
Nice.
there's a lot of people, and particularly lately, I have no idea if some of these guys reading these stories paid attention in health class or sex ed or anything else, but I'm very surprised how many people don't know, I guess you could say, safe sex.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you mean you don't keep a condom in your wallet? No. Oh, but she was on birth control. Is it 100% effective? You don't think there's a slight chance? Like some people just think it's like black and white. It's like, oh, hey, this. I can't believe how many people have been surprised by stuff that you've learned in health class. And they're just like, oh, wait, that's the case. And I'm like, did you guys fall asleep or have you been texting in health class the entire time? I have no idea what nation they're from or anything. But let me tell you something. As a guy that went to school in Danbury, Connecticut, which the school system is not that great, and we're one of the, out of like the county, we're one of the worst ones. Not even kidding you. There's some of the schools around me that rank in the easily the top 20 in the state. And me, in the second smallest state in America, we don't even crack the top 200.
Yeah, really.
My town, no. And then I went to a state high school. I went to a tech high school, and still, I knew what the case may be. It's amazing because think of it, right? Isn't like, hey, don't put protection in a glove compartment. Why not? Because what happens if that thing deteriorates? It could do that. The fact that I have to bring clarity to these things, that blew my mind. That's just first off. But second off, man, it's like some of these people, it's like, I remember I used to get these messages. I feel like a lot of people are shy now. Like they don't feel like commenting, thinking that they might start a war with somebody, or, they're just too shy, or, they don't think anyone's going to read it. It's just kind of like, do people realize that I read all the comments?
I mean, you
I've
do.
had I've had to delete a lot of them because they're just so mean, or they step boundaries. If anything has the R word in there or the N word in there, I gotta take it down just so no one gives me crap. And moral sake, stuff like that. But I mean, I listen to everybody and I take everything into initiative. Now, have people's comments actually changed certain things? Yes and no. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Some things I've actually thought of, and I said, you know what, this person might have a point. And one thing that's actually been nice about Wattpad is instead of doing a story and you put it in a document and you just finish it, a lot of times you just like it and you get motivated by people telling you it's good. And there's sometimes where as you work on it as you go, you're just like, this person has a good solid point of what could happen chapters away from now.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that and I've learned from it, and I've always want to keep learning from it. I can want to keep learning from my mistakes. I always take constructive criticism, and I just keep going from there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the basis of it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Uh, we both knew this one was coming. Dating tips.
You know, this is also, again, I have no idea if it's the younger crowd or not, but listen, I don't care what movement is on there or what age you are, but I think it's particularly when you're an adult, right? And, men have their own cars, you get there by yourself or he
Yeah.
picks you up, whatever else, right? One thing I've always said and people have never got it is why would you ever have a first date at a movie, especially if you're the woman?
Huh.
You don't talk during the movie and it's dark.
Good point. Now what I think about it.
I'm just saying, like, if you're a woman, this is a first date. You're wearing a skirt. You have no idea where his hands are gonna go. You have no idea where he's staring at.
Okay. Like,
You know what
oh,
I mean? It's for your own sake. And if you get the creepy vibe out early, you could say, okay, no to a second date, and no is no. I always say that the best day is going to dinner because you could learn a lot when you have a meal with somebody. It's just a cultural thing. It's a language barrier.
yeah, that's actually a really good point. I didn't think about how terrible movies could be as a date, a first date specifically. Huh. I'll need to keep that in mind.
Your regular girlfriend, fine. First date, or some girl, it's like, hey man, I've been talking to this girl for 3 months, and I hope it's not over in less than 3 hours. Let's see. Keep the expectation levels low because at the end of the day, right, your job as a man, right? It doesn't matter if it's a first date, third date, or you've been going out for a year or so. Your job is to make sure that she is enjoying herself. Obviously, you got to enjoy yourself,
Of course,
but
yeah.
also make sure she doesn't feel uncomfortable.
She's safe.
There's sometimes, yeah, yes. I mean, there are some times where both sides will be like, hey, I'm just pissy, I'm annoyed, but at the end of the day, you make sure that person's just safe, not uncomfortable. And there's a lot of people that say that, hey, I want my girlfriend to be X, Y, Z. I want her to dress up. I want her to do this. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, just remember, you have yourself a woman that you got to respect. She's not some character in a costume for you.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like this isn't a rental girlfriend. This is reality here.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot that goes on, but I'll just say this: I think I've put in enough dating advice and dating tips in my books. Let's see, Ross Weissa, Ravel, Rios. There's been a couple of them, but I think having those, reading them all the way through, I think those are probably the best if you want to learn a thing or two. I think if you've read all three and you've actually caught on, particularly if you actually like read the bold text, I'm pretty sure that you're in good hands for the most part. But I mean, I did have a relationship for 8 years. It was called off about a year and a half ago. I'm all right. Still kind of recovering from it, but just kind of doing me at that point. It's been allowing me to do more stuff. But I'm always open for somebody because at the end of the day, if I could help somebody, that could really affect more than just one life because that person's going to pass it on to others, where if it's his best friend or the woman he's talking to or whatever. Always pass a good word. I hate men that are vague and say, oh, don't worry about it.
Right. Do you got any more, or are we going on to the next question?
Go for it. Go for the next one.
How did you start sports coverage?
You know, it was. Sorry, the dogs are barking. They do
No,
that.
fine.
It happens. Right after the breakup, I actually saw a. Let's see. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl in February 2020. After that, I actually saw a Chiefs fan page saying like, "Hey, I joined Worst Take Network," and sure enough, I'm just kind of like, you know what, start something new, keep my mind busy, and I was working a lot less because of the shutdown. Now, I didn't actually stop work. A lot of people don't know that, but I actually didn't stop. If I did, I can't imagine the content I'd be doing. You know what I mean? It would be crazy. I would literally just be like in my bed or in a garage or, just somewhere, and I'd just be writing on my phone or on my laptop. You would have been seeing stuff daily, maybe twice daily. I don't know. But it ended up going from there. That turned into sports. I'm sorry, undrafted sports. And unfortunately, undrafted sports isn't no longer around, but I will be doing stuff full time from Sports Fluent Media. Anthony Kay, who's the starter of that, is based out of Toronto. He's a very good guy. And I just hope to keep going from there. I mean, I've always had a knack for journalism. I never had the opportunity to do it. I've always wanted to do it. I always thought that some of these guys talk out of the rear end, but there's nobody that gave me the light because it's like, yeah, who the hell are you? Like some of these people don't even answer a goddamn email, and it pisses me off. But now that it's come full circle, I'm just taking advantage of it, and I'm just kind of just trying to see what I can do and see if anything happens out of it. Because at the end of the day, right, I don't make much, and I'm trying to see if I could live the life comfortably. That's it. I hope I could do more. I hope I could do more gaming content, sports content, writing content. I'm just trying to do it all, and I'm trying to do it the very best I can. Is it too much? Well, not if you're single without kids. Well, what do you got for the next one?
As long as you're enjoying it, you're having fun.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I mean, there's some times where, again, like I said, I overdo it, but I try to pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah. Last one on the list. You got any voice impersonations?
Well, obviously, I mean, my accent right now just by the way I'm talking, but I've been working on an Irishman. I got a plumber character. I got a New York voice. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you. Everyone said this, and I was with. I'm not sure if I was with Crow or if I was with Stacy, but I said it might have been both of them. I said, "Do you want me to give you the most New Yorker, paragraph possible?" Hey, finish your coffee. We got war delivery in Houston. Ma's making sauce at home, so quit breaking balls. You hit the man in the truck, and just remember, Bell's on the freaking right. Let's see. We got the plumber, right? You're gonna love this. Hello, this is Pudge. I came to examine the pipes this morning. Is the woman dressed so I can enter the household? And I just want to say about 10 o'clock, I'm taking lunch. And I was actually, you remember when we were BSing with Gaz not too long ago?
Oh, yes. Game night.
Just you try it, laddie. I'll give you a right hook, and then a left, and then an all right. I got shit in your hat, Yankee. That's what I thought.
You could do stand-up with that. You really could.
I think I could. It's just hard to. It's just, I mean, I got such a deep voice. It's just hard to do the high-pitched stuff, and I've been asked if I could, and it's very difficult for me.
Oh, yeah.
Very difficult.
Oh, yeah, your throat will get sore really easily.
It tickles a little bit. But, I mean, have I thought about it? Absolutely. I thought next time maybe, probably within the year, I'm probably going to have to upgrade this laptop, and hopefully by then I get what I want and I can get set up and I'll do myself a demo. I'm not sure if I'll do one character, multiple characters, but I'm going to try it.
All right, there's always amateur nights.
Yes, there is. And who knows? But everyone kind of said this, and I actually did. I haven't completed the course, but I've done most of it. And they actually said, just remember what kind of person you want to be. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if you're like a big bearded guy with tattoos, it's like I'm not sure if you want to be like some 13-year-old anime pro tag that was trying to lead on his journey like Naruto or so. You know what I mean? It's like you might be able to play a good villain, just kind of like know your role. But me, come on. Look at the anime and gaming world. It's like I've never fit in a category. You know what I mean? Like, think about it this way. I cover sports, but I've always hated college sports. Do I fit the category? Some people will say no. I've always been outcast, but not in a bad way. All right.
All right, so that's everything on the list.
That's it? All right. Mikey, you got anything for me?
No. No, top of my head. No.
Think that covered everything?
I believe so.
All right. If there's any more, you know where to call. Mikey, thank you for being an interpreter. I think it obviously went smoother, and I actually there's a lot of times where I'll usually like I've wrote them down and I've actually came up with an answer and I've thought about it and I've basically read off like a teleprompt. But I think this one felt I don't know, this definitely felt more wholesome, more real, more like again, a more organic answer. All right. Thank you, Mikey, and thank you everybody who's watching. Take it easy.
That's real, really.